In 11.3, we're going to continue talking about equations of circles. And up at the top here, we have a review of what the equation of a circle looks like. We have x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And our center is always going to be that h value, comma, the k value. And our radius is r. So let's practice again, just as a review. We have this equation, x plus 5 squared plus y squared equals 36. What is our center and our radius, so we can sketch that graph. So first of all, we need to look at our h and our k. Here, in our first part, we have x plus 5. Now it's supposed to be x minus h. So if we have a plus 5 here, that means we're going to have a minus 5 as our h. And then if we have just y squared by itself, that means our k is 0. That k has gone away, so it is 0. And this is going to be our center point. And then remember here, this is equal to r squared. It's not just r. So if this is r squared, we need to solve for r. And we can do that by taking the square root of both sides. That leaves r as 6. So now we can come over to our graph. If we have our center at negative 5, 0, that means we're going left 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And our y is 0, so we're not going up at all, or down. So this is our center of our circle. If our radius is 6, that means we're going to go left 6, so we're going to have to extend this graph out a little bit. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Point right there. Right 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then up and down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the way to the top and down 6. And then we can connect our points on the outside of our circle from there. Okay? And then missed this point down here. It should have gone a little bit farther down. Okay, so that's a quick review of our equations of our circles. Now it says, find the equation of a circle with the given center and radius. So we are going to take that center point and plug in our h value and our k value for the center, and this is our r. So all we're doing is taking our equation. I'm going to write it down here. Plugging in our values. So in this case, our h is 2. Our k is 6. And our r is 5. But that 5 is squared. So when we square 5, we get 1 minus 6 squared equals 5 squared is 25. And this is our final equation of that circle. Okay, so let's do letter B. So in this case, I'm just going to look at the equation above, so I don't have to keep writing the original equation. We're plugging in a negative 2 for our h, so we get x minus a negative 2 squared plus y minus a negative 8 squared. And our r is 1 squared. So remember, when we have two negatives in the middle like that, it is really a positive. So we have x plus 2 squared plus y plus 8 squared, which equals 1 squared is just 1. And this is our final equation. Okay, and our last one here, we have x minus is our original equation, x minus h, which is 6, my h and my k, squared plus y minus 0 squared equals the square root of 15 squared. Now, we can't do anything with this first part. This first part's going to stay x minus 6 squared. But y minus 0 is just y, so that leaves us with y squared. And remember, the square root and squared, those are inverse operations. So if we have both of those happening to that 15, we're going to be left with just a 15. This is our equation of the circle. Okay, our next question says to find the equation of a circle with the endpoints of its diameter as 4, 0, and 0, 0. So let's graph this just so we can see it a little better to understand what we're going to do. So if we have 0, 0 as one endpoint of our circle and 4, 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 0. This is our diameter of the circle. So this is going to go straight across. From this, we can figure out what that diameter is equal to. So if we count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. That diameter is 4. That means our radius, remember our diameter is always equal to 2 times our radius. So if we want to know what that radius is, plug in 4 for our diameter. We can find out what that r is by dividing both sides by 2. Our r is equal to 2. So that's our first piece of information that we need in order to write the equation of our circle. The second piece we need is the center point. Now remember, our diameter always passes through the center. So if our diameter always passes through our center, that means that our center point is going to be right in the middle of this line right here. So if I look at that point that's right in between, I see that this point right here is point 1, 2, 0. And that is going to be my center point. So now that I have my center and my radius, I can write my equation. This is my h and my k. I have x minus h, which is 2 squared, plus y minus k, which is 0 squared, equals our radius of 2 squared. Simplify that a little bit. X minus 2 squared plus y minus 0 is just y squared. And 2 squared is 4. So that is my final answer.